Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda if you're new here. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. As you can see by the title, this is going to be my weekly WW meal prep for the week. I'm going to be making a very simple, easy breakfast, but I figured I might as well show you because this is what I am going to be eating for a few days for the week for my meal prep. So I'm just going to be making boiled eggs for the top of my avocado toast. That's what I've been eating quite a bit and really wanting for breakfast. I'm going to insert a clip as well of how I assemble my avocado toast. And then for lunch, I'm going to be making a chicken fajita bake. And then for dinner, I'm going to be sharing my creamy mushroom soup with you guys. So if you're interested in these recipes, then just continue to watch. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. And let's just get to our meal prep. Alright guys, I'm going to make some boiled eggs for my avocado toast. I have been obsessed with putting a boiled egg on an avocado toast with everything but the bagel seasoning, or just salt and pepper if that's all you have. It's so good. So I'm going to go ahead and start boiling some eggs. I like to put the eggs in, I don't know if this is what everyone does, but I'm pretty sure. I put the eggs in the water before it boils. Okay, so I'm only making 5 eggs because I won't be eating avocado toast every day, so I don't need 6 eggs. And also Joey likes to snack on these, so I only made 5, and I'll probably have avocado toast maybe 2 or 3 times out of the week. So that is pretty much my meal prep for breakfast. I'm only going to be prepping this, and I'll leave a clip of how I prepare my avocado toast. Alright guys, for lunch I'm going to make a chicken fajita bake. So I'm going to be using 3 pounds of chicken breast I have back here, 1 can of diced tomatoes with green peppers, celery, and onions. I'm going to use a packet of fajita dry mix, half of a white onion, and 2 pounds of potatoes. And then with this, I'm going to be making a creamy lime slaw. So I will show you guys that after I prepare this. We'll make the slaw that we're going to have on the side with this for lunch. This is going to take really quick to prepare this because I just have to peel my potatoes, cut my onions, and then we're going to pour everything in a casserole dish. Alright, for the onion, I'm just going to do half of the white onion, and I'm going to save the other half for another recipe. So go ahead and just peel your white onion. Alright, next I'm going to add some of the fajita seasonings into the potatoes and onions, and then save the rest for the chicken. So I'm going to just toss that together. I'm going to go wash my hands. Alright, next I'm going to pour the fajita mix onto the chicken. We're using the whole thing of fajita mix, by the way. So just coat that chicken. There's still some more in there. Kind of just spread the fajita mix on the chicken. Make sure it's coated really well. Alright, next add your veggies just right on top. Alright, now take your diced tomatoes and just pour it right on top. And then the remainder of the fajita mix, we're going to just sprinkle that on the top. And that is going to be so good once it gets cooked and the tomatoes start to boil. the fajita mix tastes so good with it. Just pour it all on there. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and just bake this. And then I will show you what it looks like once it's done. And also add cheese to this if you like, but I'm going to add the cheese once it's all done. I'm going to crumble cheese on top of this and then have my coleslaw on the side. So let's go pop this into the oven. Alright guys, here is the fajita chicken bake. It looks so good. Halfway through, I did chop up some of the chicken just with some kitchen scissors, and then I placed it back in to cook for the remainder time. Just like when the chicken is already cut up for me, so I don't have to do it. So now I'm just gonna put these in its containers, measure it out for the serving size, and pop it into the fridge for the week. Alright guys, for the creamy coleslaw, we are going to be using just a bag of broccoli slaw. This has broccoli, carrots, and red cabbage. We're going to be using some cilantro, 2 stalks of green onions. This is optional, but a jalapeno. We won't be using all of this, just maybe like half. Some lime juice. And then to make it creamy, we're going to be using light sour cream and some light mayo. And then we also are going to be using some seasonings that I will show you guys in just a second. So first things first, let's cut up all of the green. I'm going to clean up the green onions. Just kind of cut off the ends that don't look too great. Next, do a little bit of your jalapeno. Probably add about that much. And make sure you just get the seeds out. And then cut the jalapeno up into small dices. Go ahead and add your slaw into a bowl. Add your green onions, your pepper, your jalapeno, and your cilantro. Go ahead and add your lime juice. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of lime juice. You can do 1 if you don't really love the tang, but I really like lime, so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. Okay. We have salt and pepper. Just going to pour that in. I'm going to add 1/3 cup of the light mayo. And 1/3 cup of the sour cream. There we go. And next, you're just gonna mix all of that together and toss it really good until it's all combined and all of it is nice and creamy. So just keep flipping and tossing. I'm just gonna top with some pepper and some salt. And there we go. There is our creamy slaw. We are going to have this with our chicken fajita bake. Alright guys, there it is in the containers. We're having it with the creamy coleslaw. This is the serving that I did. 1/2 cup for the coleslaw, 1 cup for the chicken fajita bake. I topped it with fat-free cheddar cheese and a tablespoon of light sour cream. So that is what the meal will actually look like. I feel like 1 cup is plenty, at least for me. So that's the serving amount I'm going to be sharing with you guys for the points. But if you want to have more or less, you can alter that in your recipe builder on the WW app. So here is the meal idea for our lunch, for our meal prep for the week. Alright guys, I'm going to be making a creamy mushroom soup. I personally love mushroom soup so much, but I am going to add some other ingredients that typically don't go in mushroom soup, just to kind of bulk it up and make it more hearty and filling. So I'm going to be adding ground turkey to this. I'm going to saute that up with an onion and some garlic and some seasonings. And I just want like little chunks of ground turkey throughout the soup. I think that would be really good. And I'm also going to be adding some fresh kale, which typically you don't see in mushroom soup, but I think it's going to be so good. And I actually love kale in my soup. I think it's a really good way to eat kale, and I think it's delicious. You'll also need 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. We have some dried thyme, of course, some baby bella mushrooms. We're going to be using just a little bit of, I can't believe it's not butter spray. You'll need some veggie broth and a tiny bit of plant-based milk. And then we're also going to be adding some seasonings throughout the cooking process, which I'll leave linked on the screen and down in the description box. Alright guys, I peeled my onion. I'm going to do about a 1/2 cup of diced white onion. I washed my kale, and then I washed my mushrooms. And we're using all of the mushrooms, and we're going to go ahead and slice these up as well. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of this minced garlic and oil. This is the minced garlic and olive oil that I used. It smells really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 cup of white diced onions. Alright, now that the onions are kind of caramelized and getting brown on the edges, we're going to go ahead and add our ground turkey to the pot. Okay, we added the mushrooms, and then I have some mushrooms cooking back here. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I have about 3 tablespoons I'm going to add just so that the mushrooms soften up. And then we're going to place the lid on. And we're just going to let the mushrooms get soft before adding the other ingredients. Next, I'm going to add 1/2 cup water. I'm going to add my veggie broth. We have 1, 2, 3 cups veggie broth. You can give that a good mix. And then we're going to wait to add the milk and the kale closer to when the cooking time is complete, because that doesn't take too long to cook down, and we want to add that milk kind of closer to the end of the soup time. So just give that a good mix. We're going to place the lid on and just let this simmer down until the mushrooms are nice and soft. Alright, in this little pot back here, I just added a little bit of mushrooms to it. You don't need much, just a couple. We're going to add some spray butter. And this is going to make like a mushroom gravy we're going to add into the soup. Okay, go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of white flour to the pot. Okay, 3 tablespoons of white flour and 1/3 cup of veggie broth. And then just keep whisking that until it's nice and thick but liquefied into like a mushroom gravy. We're going to add 1/3 cup of water to the gravy and keep whisking that together. Alright, now you're going to just pour that gravy right into the soup. Add your 1/2 cup oat milk and your kale. And then we're gonna place the lid back on and let that cook and simmer. Alright guys, here is the soup done. I did 1 1/3 cup for a serving. I'm gonna add my toppings now. Added some fat-free mozzarella. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of sour cream. And I'm gonna just top it with some red pepper chili flakes because I like a little spice. Here is the finished soup. And here is the big pot of soup. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a container. I did 1 1/3 cup for a serving. Alright guys, that is it for my meal prep. I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes. Make sure to check the description box. That's where I list the recipes and the servings and the smart points. So make sure to always check the description box. That's where you can find the recipes that I share with you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.